so we can be free.
What's up, everyone? Hope you guys are enjoying the newest Bronze and Diamond episode. I wanted to take a brief minute to talk about a pretty simple concept, but something a few of you asked. When is it a good time to back as a mid laner? Even though this seems like a simple question, it's actually pretty important. There's 3 different reasons why you would back in lane. Reason 1 is that you're just low HP, sometimes it's not safe to stay in lane. Reason 2 is that you can get a big item, and reason 3 is that you have pushed your lane in too hard, and so you might as well back while the lane resets. If it's reason 1, you just need to get out and play it safe. But with reason 2, I find a lot of people don't really optimally back. Just because you can get a big item does not mean that you should back on the spot. If you back when the lane is centered and the enemy mid laner is still there, they can just shove it into your turret and make you miss farm and XP. So sometimes you just gotta hang around for a little bit longer before you back, or maybe you ping your jungler to come and cover the lane and pick up that extra farm for himself. That's also fine. Or maybe the mid laner isn't even there, in which case you want to shove the lane into their turret and make them miss XP. It's a really simple concept, but I feel like some of the newer players don't understand how important one wave can be, especially cannon wave. And then of course with reason 3, I always find it best to use that lane control to drop your trinket ward, a pink if you have one, because when you back, you give the enemy mid laner a chance to free lead roam without your presence, so it's always a good idea to try and get some vision down so they can't roam unseen. It's pretty simple, but I just wanted to touch on the basics.
When the night is over, my life is over, 'cause I start thinking again about our time together. When the night is over, my life is over, 'cause I start thinking again about our time together.
So as you guys can see, I actually hit a rut in Platinum 3. I got all the way up to 99 LP, and then I found myself back to 0 LP. Now I could look at this bump in the road and let it get me down. You know, I'm a Diamond player and I'm struggling to win in Plat 3. Maybe I just got lucky, maybe I don't deserve Diamond after all. Or I could say to myself, listen, everybody is going to hit a rough patch at some point or another. Scratch that, everybody is going to hit multiple rough patches when climbing. It happens all the time. It doesn't mean I'm bad at this game. It doesn't mean I don't deserve to be higher. It just means I'm going to have to play a little bit better if I want to win. I'm going to have to be more consistent. I need to regain that positive mindset. I just got to be resilient. It's not the end of the world when you get stuck in a division. If you continue to keep performing well, eventually you will get out of that rut. Now, unfortunately, I do cut through a lot of games in this episode. I just wanted to move things along and catch you up to my current progress, and honestly, it's just more of the same over the games I'm skipping. Win, lose, I just couldn't really climb. It was just a plateau. That was until I found my new favorite item in this game. If you recall back to when I was in Bronze, I said to build Guardian's Angel because it seems like low elo players don't focus you when you have that item. Well, it turns out that even plat players have a mental block when it comes to killing someone with GA. Gia on Lee Sin, Elise, whoever I'm playing. It was like finding the Holy Grail. Out of nowhere, I just saw my win rate skyrocket. I got out of my rut. We'll talk more about this in the next episode, you know, how to utilize GA, etc. But for now, let's just enjoy the end of this episode.
The sun goes down, the stars come out, and all that counts is here and now. My universe will never be the same. I'm glad you came.
I think I just came.
On this beat, had to go and get it in. Knock on your door, baby, come and let me in. I'm here to ride it out, so baby, settle in. I'll be your remedy, call me your medicine. That's right, your doctor, yeah, have a little sip of this vodka. Let's get to the physical part of this examination, call me your proctor. So finish on time, she finish whenever you need. Turning you out while you're turning me on. Better than ever, you better believe, yes. Trying to go for broke, too much love, call an overdose. Jay Holiday put you to bed, then I'm gonna leave you comatose, yeah. Take a walk with me, lean with it and rock with me. Watch, you give me the rhythm, bitch, I don't need no beat. But I'ma go fucking crazy. Go ahead, let me off the leash, I'ma rip the sheets, I'ma make you scream. So hop on top, it's kinda strip for me. I'ma hit it from the back.
I mean, you see what I'm saying, guys? Climbing just fucking takes resilience. It took me more games than any other division to get out of Plat 3, but I just fucking kept with it. I didn't get down on myself at all, because I'm confident. I know I can get Diamond easily.
My universe will never be the same. I'm glad you came. I'm glad you came. I'm glad you came. I'm glad you came.
I'm in the club like who she? She come and stare like who me? Her name tag says Kristen, but across that ass say Juicy. She sees whip, it got 2 seat. She dreaming all about Gucci, and she licking me like a lollipop. Must be listening to that Tunchi. Looking like she like it rough and swear she not a groupie. She a host, baby, that stuff. Now we kicking it like Bruce Lee. She dove in head first, said I'm greatness like 2-3. Said she used to get those straight A's till I gave her all that smooth D.
The sun goes down, the stars come out, and all that counts is here and now. My universe will never be the same. I'm glad you
I think
came.
I just came.
The sun goes down, the stars come out, and all that counts is here and now. My universe will never be the same. I'm glad you came. I'm glad you came. I'm glad you came.
I know I may have changed. I may have lost my way. But every song I've made, yeah, was the blueprint to how I overcame. Was the blueprint to how I overcame. Was the blueprint to how I overcame. Was the blueprint to how I overcame.
Yeah, I've wanted a lot of things that I couldn't have. I've done a lot of things that I shouldn't have. Yeah. But I live with no regrets, cause I wouldn't be here if I chose a different path. I've worked so hard, I've worked so thorough. I love my team, I wouldn't trade them for the whole world. But I would trade these groupie bitches in a heartbeat if there was a chance that I could ever have. That's what they shouting now.
I know I may have changed. I may have lost my way. But every song I've made, yeah, was the blueprint to how I overcame. Was the blueprint to how I overcame. Was the blueprint